Sonic High School, Chapter 20, New Sonic. Here's a little author's note. I am so happy because it is now summer now. Woo-hoo! He's spelled like The Sims when they fuck each other. I am done with school for this year, but here I come, 8th grade. Oh, God. I will be away on vacation next week, so I will not be able to write another chapter until after I am back from being on the vacation. Sorry. Wake up, said Sonic to Amy as he kicked her a little on the ground where she was lying, looking like a dead woman, but she was not actually dead. Wake up! Amy opened her eyes and blinked and rubbed her eyes, and then she sat up a little. Sonic, she said in a voice like a person who was living poorly. Is that you? Amy looked so old and dead from being in detention. It looked like she did not eat or drink at all in a week. Yes, it is. Now listen, said Sonic angrily to Amy, who was still on the ground, looking up while looking dying. Do you know where I found this? Sonic held out Amy's big gold bracelet from her hand that she was not wearing, so it must have been hers. What? Said Amy to Sonic, looking confused and tired. That is mine. Where did you find that? Amy coughed and sounded like, my God, like diseased African kids. Wow, idiot. I just asked you that, said Sonic to Amy in an angry and annoyed way. So you're not going to tell me where this bracelet was? I don't know, said Amy to Sonic with a crackling sounding voice. It was up in Cream's vagina. That is where, said Sonic to Amy. Why was your jewelry in another girl's vagina? Screamed Sonic. I, said Amy, trying to say what she wanted to in a response to Sonic, like normal people would do. Say you are sorry to me, shouted Sonic at Amy. No, Sonic, said Amy in still a slow dying way like that. Fuck you! If you're not gonna say you are sorry for cheating with me on another girl's vagina, then we are done! Shouted Sonic, with all of his rage running out of his mouth like a train full of swords. God damn it. Sonic did not even notice he was crying, which was out of his eyes. No, Sonic doesn't have a crying butthole like the rest of us. He cries out of his eyes. Sonic, don't, said Amy, like a weakling. But before she could say the rest of her words, Sonic ran out of the detention room and shut the door behind him so they were still in there, and he did not rescue them. Sonic ran fast as he could to his home and slammed the door behind him and screamed into his bed and cried and punched things and was just so emotional. Sonic could not take all of this pain from being betrayed, B-E-T-R-A-D-E, betrayed, by his girlfriend, the person he was one day going to go and get married to and have children with and live in a house with and be with all together. Sonic knew it was not fair that this would happen and that he also had the deadliest disease in the world and would end up dying before everyone else. He cut his wrists a little, and we can tell the author's in 8th grade, shit's getting really mature now, but did not do it too much because it was dangerous. Ebony should take a lesson from this guy. Like they said at the presentation at school. I want to know what kind of presentation this was. Now remember, kids, when you're going to cut your wrists, don't go down the road. Go across the road, because you don't want to die when you slit yourself. We don't need to do the cuts too hard either. The cuts need to be shallow so that you can keep doing homework, so that we can make money. But cut yourself all you want, as long as you're safe. Sonic cried so hard that he fell asleep, and then he woke up a little while later and looked in the mirror at himself. He did not want to see him anymore, because that was all about him being ruined by other people, even when he was the nicest to everyone. Sonic reached into his drawers and pulled out black hair dye. Sonic filled up the bathtub with this dye. He filled up a bathtub with black hair dye. Sonic the Hedgehog filled up a bathtub with black hair dye. Okay. And it looked like a portal to Evil World, and then took a bath in it. And when he came out, all of his fur was black. There was no blue on him anymore anywhere. He looked like Shadow, but only similar. Sonic looked into the mirror again now that he was not blue anymore. He did not say anything, but only looked at himself and looked angry, but not at himself, but at everyone else. Then Sonic next jumped out of his bedroom window instead of going around and down and using the front door. It was bad, like something Shadow would do. Sonic ran away to the tattoo store and looked at their tattoos. They were all gay. He didn't see one he wanted, but then he went to the tattoo man and threatened him until he let him into the secret back room for tattoos for free. God fucking damn it. No, I don't want that tattoo. I want a custom tattoo, but I know that custom tattoos are only done in the back secret room where you get tattoos for free. There were a lot of cool bad tattoos back in the back room, like ones with guns and cigarettes and motorcycles and middle fingers, and some also with curse words on them, but Sonic knew which one he wanted finally when he saw it. Sonic got "fuck girls" tattooed right across his chest, because he was sick of being ruined by girls like Amy and Cream, who let Amy into her vagina, so it was the fault of her too. Sonic ran back home and waited for the next day, kicking and punching things the whole time, like a bad ass. It was now the next day of high school, and new Black Sonic went to school, looking like an angry black man instead of a nice blue man like he was every other day. I just imagine this is what would happen if the Blue Man Group went sour. This was a new Sonic, and everyone better watch out, because he is sick of the world. Shadow was walking in the hallway and he saw Sonic. "Hey, Sonic," said Shadow to Sonic. "What is up with your new black fur?" "Don't talk to me," said Sonic in a voice darker than Shadow when he was committing crimes. He sounded so angry. "What are you trying to copy off me now?" Shadow laughed and smiled, saying this to Sonic. Sonic gave him one look, and almost like being black gave him powers, Sonic punched Shadow right in the mouth on his face, and Shadow went flying across the room and hit the wall. It was all bloody. Sonic kept walking like nothing happened at all, but other people were looking and were now becoming scared of the new Black Sonic. Sonic went to all of his classes, but did not talk to anyone. Even Miss Lesson and other teachers looked afraid of Sonic because he was now scary. Sonic did some things, though, and shoved a teenager idiot in his locker, and then punched a student who had autism for laughing at him. Oh, I didn't know the writer was putting himself in the story. Oh! Sorry, that was a little harsh. Sonic did not go to lunch, though. He just went outside where no one was and masturbated on his penis and thought about his angry feelings. That escalated a lot more quickly than I wanted it to. And thought about his angry feelings, which were like giant bees flying around on fire. Then Tails came outside.
"Sonic, I was looking for you and I found you. Why are you not at lunch?"
said Tails to Sonic, who was sitting on a curb thing.
"Why?"
Leave me alone, said Sonic to Tails in the angry way like before.
"Are you mad?"
said Tails to Sonic. I said leave me alone, shouted Sonic to Tails, and he threw a rock at him. The rock missed Tails, and Tails went over to Sonic.
"No. Sonic, you are my best friend,"
said Tails to Sonic.
"Tell me, what is wrong? Why are you black?"
Sonic looked mad and frustrated, but let off a little and opened up to Tails like a book. Opening. Fine. That bitch Amy,
who is not my girlfriend anymore, would not say sorry to me, so I broke up with her,
said Tails to Sonic, but Sonic was not looking at Tails and was looking on the ground.
"Oh my God, panic,"
said Tails to Sonic. He was looking at Sonic, though. No, I am over her. I am different now. I have learned about the world, and I am not so stupid and happy like I used to be. I am black now, Sonic said to Tails, sounding still angry even though he was talking to Tails.
"Oh, okay,"
said Tails, sounding sad and disappointing.
"I just wanted to make sure you are okay. Espio was worried about you too. He said Knuckles might fail out of high school because he is now a baby and is having the hardest time doing his classes as a baby. I brought you a sandwich."
Tails gave the sandwich to Sonic, and he ate it, like a rhino chewing up a bag of humans. You could just say a rhino eating food. It's a sandwich. So you could have just said like a rhino eating a sandwich, or just like a rhino. But no, you gotta be dark. You gotta be brutal. That rhino's gotta be a people eater. And when he finished the sandwich, the next period started, and Sonic and Tails went to the rest of their classes. You think since Sonic's so evil that he'd stop being such a fucking model student? But no, Sonic still goes to his classes, because he's bad. But he's not that bad. I mean, he doesn't want to go to college. Bad college. Sonic then went home at the end of the day and lied down on his bed and looked up. Fuck everyone. Sonic sounds a lot like my little brother right now. Though Sonic, inside of his head, not saying it out loud, fuck the world. I'm gonna die. No one cares about me. Sonic just lied and thought, and then did a workout to become big and strong. Sonic sat down at the end of it, tired and sweaty, but now strong, because that's how workouts work. You just gotta do like 10 push-ups and you'll gain 20 pounds of muscle. What can I do? Thought Sonic. Wait. Amy and Rouge get out of detention at 10 tomorrow. Sonic looked at his body in front of him, and then said, I am going to make that bitch pay. Alright. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos. They're also things. And if you want to watch more Sonic High School, click up in the top right corner. If you want to watch a video that has nothing to do with my other videos, click in the bottom left corner. And if you want to buy shirts and shit, click up in the top left corner. Just get out of here. Goodbye.